Hey guys, it's Erica here from Big Cat Creative, and today I'm going to show you how to create a simple course on Squarespace using a password protected page, and how you can actually use Squarespace e-commerce to sell the course and give customers access to your password protected page. If you're just starting out with your course or you don't plan to have too many customers yet, using a Squarespace password protected page or area is a simple and straightforward way to host a private course. The biggest cons of using a password protected page for your course are that there's no usernames or customer account details. Having the same password for everyone may decrease security, as it's pretty easy to share the password, and if the password got out or if you needed to change the password for some reason, you would have to change everyone's password and update everyone on the new password, which might be a lot of unexpected admin for you. But other than those few cons, it's actually a really great idea, especially when you're starting out, because you don't have to pay for any fancy course hosting software, and you can use your existing Squarespace website. It's a great place to start if you can't invest in other software right now, and I used this method in my own business for over a year and it worked great. You may be worried about the security of using one password for everyone's access, but at the end of the day, no digital product, even with a unique password, is safe from sharing. Any passwords can easily be shared with others if they want to be. I found that generally this isn't something to be too worried about, especially because there's nothing you can really do to stop it. So with all that said, let's jump in. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is create your course page or area. I'm currently in Squarespace 7.1, but this will work exactly the same with Squarespace 7.0. In your pages, you'll either want to add a page for your course, or another way of adding a course area is to add a blog. So if you were just to add a page, I'm going to add it in the not linked area and click on the plus. Add a blank page, and I'm just going to call it course, but you'd call it whatever you want to. And you might find that one page is perfect for your content and how you want to structure your course. So you would go through and add all of your course content into this page. In both Squarespace 7.1 and Squarespace 7.0, you can add videos and different sections and text, and you can pretty much make the page as long as you want. So if one page works for your course content, that's awesome. Go ahead and build out your course on this page. If you do have video content for your course, you can add video blocks, but Squarespace won't actually let you upload videos, so they don't host the videos for you. You do need to upload them to YouTube or Vimeo before you can add them to Squarespace. But you could just add them to YouTube and make them unlisted or private, and you can still actually embed them into your course page. So only people inside your course page will be able to see them. If a page is going to work for you, that's great. Go ahead and build it out and build all of your course content into that page. And then what you can do is click on this little cog icon next to your page, which will open up the page settings, and you can add a password. So this is the password that we talked about that's actually going to make your page private, and I'll show you soon how you can actually give that password to your course purchasers. All you need to do is enter in a password here, click save, and you can see this little lock icon now, and that means the page is password protected. Before we jump into the design of the actual lock page, I did quickly want to show you another option for how you could present your course. So another great option is to add a blog. And of course, instead of using this as a traditional blog, we're going to use this as a course. And the different blog posts could be different lessons or different modules. So I'm in Squarespace 7.1 now. If you are in Squarespace 7.0, this will look a little bit different, but generally this setup is pretty similar. I'm just going to choose this layout, though it doesn't really matter as we can change all of that anyway. And I'm going to change the name again for this one to course. In Squarespace 7.1, they do give you some dummy posts to work with. I don't believe they do that in Squarespace 7.0, but it gives you an idea of what this could look like. I'm going to actually edit the blog page here, and in Squarespace 7.1 you can add sections above and below your blog content. So you could put some text here, whatever you want. And then for these blog posts, they could be different modules or lessons. So I'm just going to click save on the blog. And I'm going to click on one of the blog posts, which will actually open up the blog post here so we can edit it. And if you click edit on the blog post, you'll see that you can actually add all sorts of blocks here. So you can add video blocks and text blocks, and that might be sufficient enough for a course module for you. We could call this lesson 1. You could add a video, some text, and you can also edit the design of the actual post here. If you click this little edit icon. I'm not going to go into too much blog design details because I do have a whole other video on how to use the blog in Squarespace 7.0 and 7.1. I'll link that below, so feel free to dive into that if you've never used the blog feature before. But it is relatively straightforward. I'm going to click save on the post. And if we go back to the actual course page or the main blog page, you'll see now that this one is called Lesson 1. And so this main course page will be used as sort of the hub for the different lessons or modules. And then your customer can click in to the different lessons, and they can also navigate through the different lessons below. This is a really good way if you want to build out a little bit more of a complex course and you need more than just a single page, but you still just want to use your built-in Squarespace features and a password protected area. If we head back into pages, it's exactly the same to add a password to it. So we can add a password to this whole blog by clicking on the cog icon, scrolling down and adding a password here and clicking save. So build out your course content however you see fit. Those are the two best options and really the only options for adding a password protected page or area in Squarespace. You also may want to make some design changes to your lock page. When you do have password protected pages around your Squarespace site, you do have the ability to update the design of the page where your customer inputs the password. So I've just opened up a new incognito window and I've gone to my course link. And you can see that there's this little lock icon and a place to enter the password. So that is the default Squarespace lock page, and I will show you how to make some quick changes to that. So back into your Squarespace site, go to Design, Lock Screen, and you can actually add a ton of different settings in here. You can completely change the layout. They give you different layouts to choose from. You can add an image under Media. You can add branding and text, so you can even add your own logo. You can add a headline. You can add some body text here. You can toggle the icon on and off. So there's a ton of different things you can do to make the lock screen a little bit more on brand, or give some more instructions about where to find the password or whatever you want to add on that page. The one very important thing to note though when you are editing this lock screen page is that this will update the lock screen page on all locked pages around your site. If you have multiple different courses or different pages around your site that are password protected, you can only have one lock screen design. This might mean you might need to make it a little bit more generic and maybe not be too specific about what you type into the lock screen, because it is going to populate across every page that is locked on your site. But overall, you could still probably make it more on brand for your business. Add some colors, maybe add a bit of friendly text, and it's going to be better than the stock standard Squarespace lock screen. Okay, so we've added our course, we've password protected it, and we've created a design for the lock screen. Now the big question is, how do we get people to check out on our Squarespace site, so actually pay us to access this course? So there's actually a pretty simple way to do this, and I'm going to show you now. You will need to add a Squarespace e-commerce shop, and I believe you can only do that on the Squarespace business plan and up. So if you are on the personal plan right now, you will need to upgrade to the business plan at least. Here you can see the different Squarespace plans. I will link this below too. It is just squarespace.com/pricing. But under personal and then business, we can scroll down to the commerce section and you'll see that the business plan does have some commerce features. So it will take a 3% transaction fee for every transaction. So you do need to be really careful that you're not spending more here, and it may be worth actually upgrading to the next tier, which is the basic commerce plan, which has a 0% transaction fee. So just keep an eye on those transaction fees and make sure that you're actually saving money on the business plan. And if you start to spend too much on transaction fees, definitely upgrade to the next tier, which is about $8 more than the business plan. But of course, you can see on the personal plan, there is no commerce features. So you will need to be on the business plan and up. Back over on our site, we're going to go to Pages. And I'm going to add this into the Not Linked section. Click on the plus, and we're going to add a store. Again, I'm working from Squarespace 7.1. It's going to look a little bit different than Squarespace 7.0. And I also have a full breakdown tutorial in another video of how to use Squarespace e-commerce in Squarespace 7.0 and Squarespace 7.1. If you've never used it before, check it out. But it is pretty simple, and because you're just going to be adding one basic digital product, it should be pretty easy to figure it out and follow along. So I'm just going to choose Store 2. It doesn't really matter. And I'm going to call this Store. Again, it doesn't really matter either. If your shop came with any demo products, just go ahead and delete them. Now you can either click Create Product or click on this plus at the top to add a new product. And we're going to add a digital product. Basically, that means that customers can download a secure link to the file lasting 24 hours after the first download. Click on Digital. And I'm going to call this the name of my course. I'm not actually going to add any images, and we need to upload a file. Essentially, when a customer checks out with this course digital product, they're going to be instantly sent a file automatically from Squarespace. And obviously, this is the file we upload here for them to receive. What I recommend doing is creating a file that has a link to the course page you just created and the password so they can access it. So you could do something really easy like create just a basic document like this and say something like, thanks for purchasing the course, access the course here, password, and then you could link away to whatever your course link was. So that is bare bones, very simple, but I'm just going to save that. And upload it here. That is a very simple version of how you can give them access to the link and the password via a file. If you did want to spruce it up a little bit, you could use something like Canva and design like a really nice PDF with some instructions, the link, the password. If you do need to include more information about the course or how to access the content, this is a great place to do it. Just create one file that works perfectly for your business and upload it here. You can put the price in for your course. If you want to put it on sale, you can do so here. I'm just going to leave all the categories and the tags and the featured product because I'm literally just adding the one course product to my shop. I'm also going to leave the SEO, but if you do want to update all of this SEO and the social share information, go ahead and do that. And I'm also going to just leave all of this customized too. So in the top left, I'm just going to click Save. If you just click Save, it will actually just create a draft, so it will say hidden. I actually want to save and publish it, so I'm just going to open it up again, click Edit, and Save and Publish. This is now live in my store. This is very basic. It says course $99, add to cart. And if you want to add an image and a description, you can do all of that within this product editor that we were just in. So if you want to, you can create a basic checkout page here for your course. But it's likely that you might have something like a more in-depth sales page or some sort of product page around your site that you want to add an add to cart or buy now button to. If you did have a sales page, I'm just going to add one because I don't actually have one yet. But let's say you added your own sales page to Squarespace and you built out your entire sales page with details about your course and all of the information, testimonials, FAQs, all of that good stuff that you put on a sales page. and you wanted to add a buy now or add to cart button to that sales page, all you need to do is click on the plus, search for the product block, and this is going to pull from any products around your website. So when it says find a product, I'm going to search for course, and it's obviously the only one on my website. And then you can toggle different things off. So I'm going to turn off the image. I'm actually going to turn off the title and price, and I'm going to show the add to cart button. This essentially means that you can add an add to cart button anywhere around your site to your course. So there's sort of two options about how you can set that up. You can create your own custom sales page and add an add to cart button like that. Or of course you could come back into the store and you could just add some more information to this store and course page. Though the information that you can add to these shop products is very limited. So that's why I wanted to show you the option of just embedding the button in a different page. Because usually for courses, you need quite a lot of information on the sales page. It might be best just to leave this here and create your own detailed sales page with an embedded add to cart button. Now, you will need to go through and update all of your commerce settings. So again, if you don't have any idea of how to use Squarespace Commerce, if you've never used it before, do check out my full-length video on this because I go through each of the settings. But it's pretty simple. There's basically a list here in the commerce panel, and you really should just go through each of them and make sure you've filled out all of your settings, especially things like customer notifications, and you definitely need to hook up your payments so you can actually take payments. You can customize your checkout and all those sorts of things. The one thing I did want to show you in here in the commerce panel is under checkout, you can actually scroll down and click Enable Express Checkout. And that's going to actually bypass the add to cart, and it's not going to take them to their cart, it's going to take them directly to the checkout. If you do only have one product on your site, or you have a setup where you really have no need for them to add multiple items to the cart, this could be a really good option. So I'm going to click Enable Express Checkout and click Save and just show you how that looks. I'll go back to that mock-up sales page that I added, and you can see now that the add to cart has actually changed to purchase, and now this button will actually take you directly to the checkout rather than taking you to the cart first. So you can see it takes us directly to the checkout. So that might be helpful if you are selling a course. Okay, so we covered a lot quickly in that video. I hope it was helpful. Please check out the other resources that I've linked below if you sort of got lost anywhere, especially in the blog and e-commerce shop setup areas. But hopefully you know now how to add a password protected course page to Squarespace and how to actually sell it with Squarespace e-commerce. If you have any questions, pop them down below, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.